So I'm gonna sell this little guy, and I've had him. I say little, he's big. He's a big guy. That Ethan built. I bought it from him about 2 years ago. And yeah, I already switched the graphics card out. I'm gonna make sure this one works before I sell it, you know. I already switched the graphics card out because that graphics card will sell more on its own. And this 1660 matches the system just fine. So looks a little empty in there though without a full-size card, but no, he's a good computer, but I'm gonna take advantage of the what's it called? I don't know what to call it. Price rise before it crashes for computer parts. And I'm gonna sell this guy, and I'm gonna make a new one sometime later, probably in a year or so, maybe Black Friday if I'm lucky. But yeah. Take the stickers off because, you know, price value. Right there is fine. But yeah, I'm just getting all the parts price ranged. So, I'm getting pictures of everything. It's still really good condition, so hopefully I'll be able to get at least 600 off it. But yeah. Ethan and his meticulous wiring, I'll tell you what. Looks really good. That's for sure. I gotta open up the back, I think. No, I can see it from here. It's a Corsair. Yeah. Just needed to get a closer look at it. Nah, I can give it a quick dust through before I sell it too, because it's a little gross. It's been a little bit since I blew it out. I think the last time I blew it out I was what was I doing? Doing hard drive recovery. I took it out so I could do that, you know. It's a real pretty motherboard, I'll tell you what. I don't pay for white. Ethan paid for white. I don't do that, but it's nice. It's a real nice motherboard. It's gorgeous. Nah, he paid for it to be a very white and black setup. It's got the LEDs and everything. They light up white, so. And then I put just a little logo guy on the front because I thought it would look, you know, charming. I'm not going to take that off because that's super glued on, so rip. But I don't know. I thought it looked cool. Might not be cool for someone else, but this is a high quality case. This is the only reason why I'm like, maybe I should, you know. I thought it was fun, though. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I named it EZra, EZ1720, because it was made in 2017 and I bought it in 2020. So, but the parts are still very up to date because Ethan switched out a few. Still very up to date parts, so I'm hoping I can get a lot off of it. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say a goodbye video for this guy because he was kind of fun. It was a lot of fun. Ran games like I never have before with this guy. I'm gonna turn it back on. I still got to do some data recovery. I say data recovery, that makes it sound like it's broken. I still got to get my stuff off of it. Got to reset it. Got to make sure that its GeForce drivers are there as well, depending on who I sell it to. Because if I sell it to Miguel, then I do a driver setup for him, to my cousin, my second cousin. But yeah, no, real pretty, that's for sure. No, I was gonna wait until I had enough money to build another computer and then sell it, but it's just better to take advantage of the prices. And I haven't been doing too much lately either. Alton's still got his old, it's an Acer Nitro. Alton's got an Acer Nitro laptop that I'm gonna just plug in and use for the time being, but yeah. Oh, it's good. It has, maybe I'll list the parts off because I'm not gonna remember this when I watch this later. He tried to make it very high quality brand oriented. So it's got a lot of Corsair, because Ethan really likes Corsair. So the case is Fantex, which is also a high quality case. It's glass, side window and everything. And he's got all the fans, and all the fans are Corsair and light up, and the RAM's Corsair, split into 8 gig, two 8 gig sticks at 16, and it's some nice DDR4. This is my first time using a 4th generation setup, so. And then the CPU is a Ryzen 5 1600. So it was one of those first gen really good CPUs. Still is like a good CPU, but you know, they've outbeat it in terms of power saving and gigahertz now, because it's only 3.2, which is, because I mean at the time, you know, that was what it was when they released it. That's what it was like. It's not a bad CPU at all. Makes me wonder when the next generation will be around. They slowed that down a little bit, you know, because technology is becoming more mainstream. So they want things to be compatible. Because, you know, like the last time it switched over was around 2014, 2015-ish. I think 2015-ish is when it, yeah, 2015 is when it kind of switched over from 3 to 4. And then the card I'm going to put in it is an Asus GTX that my brother-in-law gave me, Joel. But the card I took out of it was a Gigabyte 5700 XT Radeon, and but because that card sells for $100 more than this card right off the bat, not in a computer, I'm gonna sell that one because this one will still function good enough for whoever I'm selling it to. That they'll, yeah. And then the motherboard, it's got some eMMC. It's got some nice inbuilt, one of those inbuilt memory cards. It's got a 240 gigabyte one, which is nice. Ethan put so much work and money and time into this. And like even just the designing of parts and thinking about how he wanted to put it together inspires me to not go cheapo mode next time, but I'm probably still going to because it's who I am. Nah, it's got the Wraith cooler, you know, the original. Maybe it's a Stealth, I forget. It's got the original cooler for the CPU, but no, the motherboard is, ooh, I think it's a white Tomahawk. I think it's B30, B350, maybe? I forget. Because I already put the graphics card in over the top of the logo, or the top of the model number. But I took a picture of it so I can post that on, you know, if I end up not selling it to Miguel. I've got the serial number anyway on the back, but yeah. It's got some really nice color coordination, that's for sure. But yeah. And the power supply is a 500 watt Corsair. I don't know what the rating is. I'm gonna need to know what the rating is. Let's see if I can find that out real quick. Let me put it inside the computer for aesthetics. I really don't want to have to open up the other side. I could search up the model. It says it's a VS 500 watt. And that'll probably tell me what rating it is. Because I'm sure it's got to be a good rating. I just want to know before I post it. And search up the price because, you know, no, it's a really good rating, so. It'll be fun. Alton's computer, like if I want to play anything really high power. Well, one of the reasons I'm selling it is because Steam Deck is going to be on the way soon, hopefully, and I want to have money for that. Should be paying off bills first, but I don't know, it just sounds way too exciting to buy a Steam Deck right now. And I've thought about it, you know, getting the Steam Deck and then selling it for an up price until I'm more ready to handle a Steam Deck, you know, like financially. A lot of stuff to sell. I was going to sell one of my computer monitors, and then I was inspecting it to make sure it didn't have anything on it, and apparently it has a little scratch on it, and I'm like, dang it, Kayla. For real. So, I'm not going to be able to sell it for anything good now. Like, I couldn't even tell it had a scratch on it until it was off, more or less, until it was black. But, yeah, no, kind of bummer that I accidentally scratched it. I don't know when that happened. But I'm sure with all my crafting and diddle-daddling around, it definitely was me that did it, so, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if I should get a bigger printer, too, before I get a new computer, like a CR10, because those are really nice. Well, I say really nice. They're in a bigger range, and they're not entirely high quality, but, you know, the customizability of it is more what I'd want it for. They work, that's for sure. They work most of the time, and if they don't work, then, you know, I have to fight tooth and nail with Creality. But yeah. Guess we'll put the little plate guy back on. He's real cute looking. It's got this adorable little plate on the side. Just absolutely adorable little plate on the side. I didn't even bother with a static bracelet. I just got the case grounded. I don't know why. Why would anyone put it in like that? It was backwards. I don't know if I put it in backwards. I would have had to put it in backwards. So I don't know why it was in backwards. Woo! This looks almost like a third hand one, the way it's above the... Or not third hand necessarily, like stock. What am I doing wrong here? Forget how this goes back on. It's making me angry. How do you go back on? I think it has to go backwards. Yeah, it has to go backwards. Okay. Well, I'd say we learn something new every day, but I should have already known this. So, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's got this weird, oh, cord doesn't want to go that far. The plate screws in from the back, and then this is the tail of the screw. So, because if you do it the other way, it doesn't work. Anyway, it's interesting. I've taken this one apart before just for kicks and giggles. I was troubleshooting. It wasn't actually for kicks and giggles. I was troubleshooting someone else's PC. And Ethan built this so good. He's such a nice brother. Now, he ended up getting rid of it because he wanted something more portable for his lifestyle. He wanted a laptop. A gaming laptop. So I'm like, hey, whatever works, man. I ended up buying like a $2,000 laptop. So, you know, like, good on him. Try and make sure this doesn't get fingerprints on that inside, because I can wash the outside, or, you know, wipe it down, but I don't want to have to take the panel off when I see a fingerprint later. And I'm probably going to see a fingerprint later, and then I'm just not going to care. But it's worth an effort to try and not get fingerprints on the inside. Oh, it does look gorgeous. Oh, I was probably going to blow it out. Forgot. It's okay. It's not that dusty. I might need to, if I forget something and I need to open it before I sell it, I'll blow it out. It does need like a little bit of a blowout, but I blowed it out not like 2 months ago, so yeah. I'm gonna miss it.